Hey guys, it's Jack, and welcome back to another Pin video. And today, it's time for my pin haul from Preston. This was a big event organised by Pinsane Pins, so a massive thank you to them for organising it. They do some phenomenal work, especially at organising pins and pin trading in the UK and stuff, so massively appreciating to them. It was my first ever pin event as well, and I traded for a lot more than I thought I was. I got some really awesome pins as well, including one that I won on a raffle type thing, and then traded for one I actually wanted. It was, so I'll talk through these as well. There was a couple of, people had games going as well, so I've pay a couple of quid and you could win something good or nothing at all sort of thing, like a tombola, I suppose, really, but it wasn't, and I got really lucky on some of those as well. Some of the pins I found were really, really awesome, and I got some that I, A, wanted, and B, would finish series, which is super cool. I didn't actually buy too many pins. I think I bought, 4 or 5 pins, and nothing really more than about 10-15 quid really. Tried to be very good. A lot of it was just trades, but I got some really, really awesome trades as well. But I will talk you through which ones I got, and let's start off with the what I'm calling I'll start off with the raffle one. So I won, there was a raffle and I won the Disney 100 Genie pin, the employee center ones. I won the Genie one, and I was like, oh, I don't really like the Genie character. But there was a guy there who had a massive stall set up of loads of the pins, and he had loads of the Disney 100 employee center pins, and I was like, will you just trade me Genie for this, for one? I was been eyeing it up all day sort of thing. And he was like, because I was going to buy it. I was going to either buy that one, or there's a big Era pin I really like the look of as well, and I was like, I'll buy one or the other. And so I walked up and was like, would you trade it? He's like, yeah. Okay, cool. So I got Beaker and Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. This is a LE 400, really cool looking pin. Absolutely love that. And I think it's the first time I Disney 100 pins, but definitely one of the ones I really, really wanted. And there is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker, and definitely will look really cool on my Muppets collection, if nothing else. Moving on to other, I've got I'm going to get all my LE pins and stuff out of the way. LE pins and event pins, the actual ones that had actual backer cards come on them rather than just mystery pins. And next one was one I won on one of the games, and this was you paid a $5, you bought a ticket, or you pulled a set of bubbles out, and it had a bit of paint on the bottom, and if it was green, you got bottom prize, yellow middle prize, red top prize, whatever it was. And then there was a one that was a Hong Kong Disney pin, and I got second highest prize things that they had, and I got the Ursula Mirrorverse pin, which is really cool. It's an LR pin. I've not played Mirrorverse. I don't know if it's any good. It could be. It seems alright, but I like the look of the pin anyway, and it'll go really nice on my villain board. Is Ursula. It was the only one I looked at that I thought, I was like, no, that looks actually that would go alright with some of my sets. There's Reverse Ursula. Pin number 3 then. This was one I bought from, they had a stall of load of Paris pins and stuff, and they had some of the new annual pass holder releases. And so they had they had Big Thunder Mountain. They did a whole lot recently that would just release a load of pass holder pins. And so I got the Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain one. This is that Space Mountain basically, but it's been Hyperspace at Paris for many years. So the ride building in the background, and then an X-wing and a couple of TIE fighters. But again, I've got a few other Hyperspace Mountain pins that'll look really nice on the board with those. Next up, I've got 2 pins from the 20 years of Disney pin trading, although neither of them are actual ones from the actual, or neither of them are 20-year pins. The first is a tiny little dinky pin I paid 6 quid for. In fact, I might have even traded for this one, to be fair. And it is the one, it was basically the pin that announced the following year's event, which was Heroes and Villains, and I'm trying to collect Heroes and Villains best I can, as you'll have seen from my previous Heroes and Villains mystery pin opening thing. And there is the little tiny pin announcing that, so I thought I've got to have that for finish off the whole Heroes and Villains set. So there it is. And the next one is another one that is really cool, and I wasn't going to get this, and then I've been trading recently with people for, I traded for one of the 13 what's the series called now? I've forgotten what it's called. 13 Reflections of Evil, the big mirror one. And I saw this, I was like, you know what? What's the best you can do on it? And I got it for 15 quid. And it is the Shere Khan pin from that series. I think they did 12 as like a, 12 monthly releases in countdown to it. So all the different characters, Jafar, Maleficent, Scar, that sort of thing. And I don't know whether Shere Khan ever got one or not, but he has now. And obviously, big fan of Shere Khan because of Jungle Book stuff and Paddy. And it comes with a nice little backeth card that has other stories about the other events that were going on. So Trade City USA, Mickey's Circus, Florida Project, Imagination Gala, and Reflections of Evil. But there's the Shere Khan pin, which will look absolutely awesome on my villains board as well. Now we come to the literally dozens of mystery pins that I've bought. I'm just moving them all over so I can... I'm going to go through, I think, thematically. Sorry, it's been a long day. It is about 10 o'clock in the morning. But we're going to start off with another villain pin, another really, really cool one. This was the first pin I traded for on the day, I think, actually. And it's one of the ones I really needed from a set that I've been collecting, probably as long as I've been collecting pins. It was the first ever mystery box I bought. Was Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2015. It's the villain pumpkin pins, and I got another one now to knock off my list. There is Ursula, who is I think it's an LE, or LR. The two LE ones are very expensive, but there is Ursula from that series as well, which is a really nice addition, and I think it only leaves me with about 3 or 4 pins now to go in that series of 10. Next up, we're going to talk through my main collection pins, which I'm dubbing the... I'm going to try and... So I can just find them all now. Yeah, it's just those two, I think. Yeah. But yes, if we are going on with main collection pins that I traded for, first of all, we have one of the Muppets character connector pins. It is Statler and Waldorf, another one of the ones I needed. Awesome looking pin there, and can't wait to have that go on with all the other characters. Speaking of Muppets, these videos you might or may not have seen so far, which are my Muppet Mystery Pin series. I got really unlucky and got the same 4 pins over like 4 boxes, so over thingies. So here we have another 3 from that series, which leaves me just 1. I've got Animal, Gonzo, and Janice, which just leaves me with Miss Piggy to finish that entire series off. But again, love the Muppets. I'm sure I will find that eventually. Moving on to... We're going to go back to the villains board, actually. I managed to finish another series that I basically... There's a few series I'd written off that I finished. Basically, I was like, I'll never finish these series, but I have. And these are the villain ear pins. I remember those from a while back when I opened those. Got quite unlucky with some of those openings, but here we have Gaston, Ursula, the evil queen from Snow White with a poison apple, which is a really nice looking pin to be fair, and Dr. Cecilia, which actually finishes that series, I believe. I could be slightly wrong on that one, but I think I finished that series, or if not, I've got like 1 pin to go. Speaking of villain sets that have caused me a hell of a lot of grief, here is yet another pin that I've now finished. This is the Kingdom of Evil pins, and this is the the Queen of Hearts, which is another one. I think there's about 4 or 5 pins I still need from this set, but there is another one down. We're going to go from... You know what, we're going to go to villains. We're going to stick with a villain for 1 pin and then use that to segue into another pin. And you might remember, if you've been around this channel for any length of time, you might know that my favourite character my favourite Disney movie is Jungle Book. There's a reason for that. Me and my dear friend Patrick have been opening some pins of the Kite Tales series, and there were 2 pins we were after. And if you can't tell where this is going, I really hope I've been obvious enough. We were after Shere Khan, and I got them in the same trade as well. I was well excited with this. Bagheera, which was really cool. And Patrick, if you're watching, there we are. We've definitely got them. Second Shere Khan. I got loads of Shere Khan pins today. Got loads of Ursula pins as well. I wonder which character I actually traded for. Whether it was the character I traded for the most. Probably, I'm going to say... Ursula, because I've got 3 Ursula pins, which is weird because I don't actually collect Ursula or Little Mermaid. That is mad. Huh. Strange times. But there we have it. There is the Bagheera and Shere Khan pins as well. Moving on, we're going to go to other series I have been trying to finish, and we've got another 2 pins here from 2 different series. But here is the Lady and the Tramp Fab 50 pin. I had like, there was a couple of people that were keeping an eye out for me on those pins all day, and we got one, but I had to pay for it in the end. There was nothing that the person wanted to trade. And the one was actually, fun fact, the pins I opened that morning on the channel, which was the Heroes and Villains series. And I've now finished another duo of those characters, because there is Hopper, whose name I couldn't remember in that video, fun fact. But I'm glad I found this pin, because I think if I hadn't opened those pins, I might have traded this, but then I'd be worried I'd get a double, whatever. But I haven't, and that finishes the Bugs Life 2 from that set as well, which is really cool. We've still got about another 15 pins to go there. More than, yeah, 16 pins still to go. So we're going to move on to pins I was excited to see for 200 there. The answer is, what is Joey Chew Dumbo? I don't know why I went for Jeopardy then, but we did, so stick with it, please. But there is one. This is one of the Joey Chew set that I absolutely adored and was trying so hard to have a look for these. And there was a couple I saw, but there's nothing people wanted to trade for, and I was trying to hold off buying them, and then by the time I got around to seeing them in the afternoon, they'd gone. But here was one I did manage to trade for, which is the Dumbo one, and we'll begin my Joey Chew mystery series. And I hope it doesn't take me as long as the Jared Mariyama one did. It probably will, though. So, where do we go from here? We're going to finish off... Oh, I've still got loads of things to go. I was saying we're going to finish off with some other ones, because they are for a reason. But let's move on to Star Wars pins then. And I got some nice ones from Star Wars sets as well. I got these 2 limited release pins from the Star Wars. It's basically like the actual clips, like shots from the film sort of thing. So here is Leia, and there is R2 and C-3PO. And I wasn't going to collect these pins, because I remember seeing them the day they were released in Walt Disney World. They were released whilst I was over there last year, and I wasn't going to buy them. I didn't, and then I traded for I traded the Han Solo one with somebody recently, and was like, oh, these are all right. I've now started the series, so I might as well finish it. But speaking of Star Wars, we're going to go on to next one, which was one of the Tatooine pins. It's the Tusken Raider one of the ones I still needed, and there we are. Take that out of the equation. You guys might not know if I need that pin yet, actually, because it'll be on the Advent series, which is this series, I think. So stick around at the end of the video after I've opened all these pins to see me open even more pins. Get more pins for your view today, guys. But speaking of Star Wars, there was another series of them here, which is really cool, because it was ones I needed, all of them, from a series of Hidden Mickeys. This was the 2023, or Series 2 Hidden Mickeys. And I got some of the Star Wars pins. I got Rey, Luke, and the Chaser, which was Admiral Akbar, and I got them all for, trading as I would regular pins, whatever. And speaking of the Hidden Mickey from that same series, I also got Woody, and I absolutely love the little Luxo ball there as well. Right, we're down to the last, what are we on? 8 pins. 8 pins to go, and I'm going to start off with ones that finished a series, and that is this Cinderella pin. One of the very first videos I ever had on this channel was opening some of these movie poster pins, and I have 5 of them. I needed this one to finish Series 2, but after I'd seen that one, I also won the Lion King one, which is one of the chasers from Series 1, and I didn't have any of the Series 1 ones, so now I've got to get them as well. You know what? Wait. But there is Lion King. It's a really nice looking movie poster as well, to be fair. From lions to tigers. See, there is a method to this madness, and it's one of the Zootopia mystery pins, and it is the lion dude. He's got a beer, I think. Oh, it's a mug. It's a mug with like a beer from here, like the yellow and stuff. I was like, why are you drinking beer? He's a cop, but it is. He's got a thumbs up, and he's got a mug of probably coffee or tea, probably coffee. It's American, isn't he? Oh, it's an American movie. But again, another one of the ones I needed from that set. Right, last two pins here. These are two exciting ones. One is, and this was a straight swap I did for another pin in the same series, which is Goofy from the character connector Mickey and Friends one that I've been trying to finish and got reasonably well into. But there is Goofy from that series, which will help finish off that series. And then the last one from the I've got a set I'm setting aside for a reason at the end of the video. But here is another one of the Figment Food and Wine Festival 2021. Absolutely love these pins. I'll be opening these, I think, at the same time on the Advent series. I don't know which ones we've got so far, but here is Figment with the American one, which is freshly baked carrot cake and cream cheese icing. And honestly, that sounds quite nice. That was from Hops and Barley, sorry, and American Cuisine, and got American flag on it. And it's one of the other pins I did need from that series still. But this video is going out during Advent. There will be Christmassy videos. And I thought, you know what, this video isn't necessarily quite Christmassy. But it is, because I have some Christmas pins. And these are ones, again, from Mystery Series that I needed to finish. First one is one of the sort of the Christmas cuties one. It is Donald, which means I only need Minnie from that series still now. I've got all the others, I just need Minnie. There is Donald with his little wreath. And the last two are both from the other random series. I can't remember what it was called. It was the other series that released the same year as the Christmas ones, I think. Might have been the year after. And the first one is Joy with what looks to be a snow globe of some description. And then, I don't know who these characters are. I'm going to be honest with you. But they're on a sled and they're riding through the snow. They're having a good time. But that's the Christmas Mystery Series from, I think it was last year. But that will do for this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. Comment down below what you've been trading for recently. I'm excited to see. Hope you'll have an amazing day. I would say check out previous videos, but there will be a bit at the end because we're going to go straight to Jack with more pins to open. And we're back for day 13 of the pin advent calendar. Unlucky for some, but hopefully not for me today because I've got a mystery pin. I'm hoping it's a new one. If it's a double, it wasn't lucky for me as well. Let's see how we get on. Ooh, nice pop, that one. Should it have popped? I don't know. Zootopia one. It is a double, I think. Yeah, it's Clawhauser again. You guys might not have seen Clawhauser yet. I can't remember what day this was. But there is Clawhauser. It is a double. It's one I've already got. But hope you'll have an amazing day. No, I'm not going to end it there. That's a joke. It's a double, but it's Clawhauser. It's a character with a name from Zootopia. But check out my previous videos here and here. Subscribe right here. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of these videos so far. And I hope you'll have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all next time.